customers in a really old school way that is probably not going to work for everybody. We send handwritten notes, and if we have a new color coming out, we'll send someone a preview of that color in a biddy bowl or a toddler cup. We send emails just checking in on people. I mean, our customer care team has truly developed actual human relationships with way more people than makes sense. I think that adding another person to customer care and growing that team so that we can have even more of those relationships, to me, feels much better than spending money on Facebook advertising to acquire new customers. It all comes down to where do you want to spend your budget? And you could spend your budget on advertisements or hiring a MailChimp newsletter coordinator to run automations, or you could bring on another person, 2 people onto your staff and pay them a salary to do that process more manual. It's going to be different for everybody. But yeah, literally handwritten notes and checking in and following up with surveys of how do you like this thing, asking for feedback. For us, it's been the least expensive way we've found. This is another thing that you have to really consider about if you want to start thinking about scaling a craft business, is that everything just gets much more difficult at scale no matter what you're making. There are a handful of companies that I know who are comparable in size and bring in 4 times as much revenue, and their overhead is a quarter of ours because the thing that they make is like one machine that puts one thing into another thing, and they sell 1 million of them. We chose to scale up one of the most complicated craft objects you possibly could imagine. That said, our marketing budget is about 6% of total revenue. For comparison, a lot of other people in our categories are running something like 25 to 30% on marketing. That 6% to 8% includes salaries, and we are under budget right now. So I would say that the way that we've done it has been extremely cost effective. I think that there are still ways to have that hands-on, one-on-one personal touch at an affordable rate. You can hire someone for $50,000, have a full career with benefits, or you can spend $25,000 on a Google pilot project for small retailers like we did that had 0 ROI. I know that a human sending out a letter is gonna actually work, and I don't know if it's gonna work to spend money on a pilot program with Google. It didn't work. So you have to learn that the hard way, though. Like, you're gonna spend money trying to market your product in new ways, and sometimes it's gonna work and sometimes it's not. And you just gotta do more of the thing that's working. For the people who do manage to email customer care, send an email to care@eastwork.com, they're greeted with just the 3 most friendly humans, silly, goofy, cute humans you'll ever encounter. You have to try really hard to fluff or to get those 3 riled up. They have dealt with a lot of mean customers with a lot of grace, but turns out if you're nice to customer care, you get a lot more from them. They often will do a lot of really one-on-one back and forth. We use very few automations with our care process. We track data like how many touches per transaction. We have all that information, but it's not a metric that we're setting like customer care has to only interact with a customer once or something. Some people have 40 email long threads with a customer. They're showing, the customer wants to show off the inside of their dining room and the new walnut floor they just put in, and how's that going to look with my big sky plates? And customer care is just there for that. They get on the phone with them. Customer care gets love notes and packages. It's a very one-on-one. And as we grow, I see that. I see us prioritizing and putting more money into that department rather than trying to be more automated.